I don't think we can blame the Republicans for the school shootings because, for one, school shootings are illegal across the board. You're not supposed to do that, and it would be too easy for us to blame the Republicans. You understand? If you're looking for a government entity to blame, honestly, you could really point the finger at law enforcement, at the FBI. Apparently this kid was on their radar. There are rules, like you could blame the kid's father, for allowing that kid to take possession of that firearm. There's so many tiers of blame to be distributed around before I get into the Republicans. And there's a few reasons for that. I'm not going to leave you hanging. See, there's some people, because I know what you're speaking towards. You're speaking towards gun reform and gun control, and there are people who feel safer with their guns, So it's like for them, for people to take away your guns or make it harder, you right there, you're kind of taking away somebody's feeling of safety, And furthermore, I don't want to get into this whole blame somebody for having the option of doing a crime. It's a slippery slope, like murder is illegal, period, like gun reform doesn't change the murderer's mind. If he is willing to get a gun and go to the school and massacre people, he's going to be willing to massacre people regardless, and I feel like, but you know what? I can't be dumb and be like, there is less massacring that would probably take place, you know what I mean, if he didn't have access to the firearm. But then again, I feel like the pros and the cons of us having access to legally owned firearms versus not, and having the criminals only have access to it. I still think that the weight of me feeling safe with my firearm outweighs, some crazy psychopath who you can't control, who are in every society and who's going to do something like this, period, The father can be to blame. He should have never left it out. The FBI could be to blame. They was reported, and it seems like, let me tell you something. All of this surveillance that the country's doing on us, you mean to tell me all of this, and I said this before on a YouTube video, tap in on the Chizzy, when you have this amount of surveillance, America's known for being free. This is supposed to be all about freedom. If you're going to take away our freedom to surveil us, then at least make sure that things like this is dealt with when it's brought to your attention. You know what I mean? You're watching this any damn way. Somebody runs up to you. This is like the Trump assassination. Somebody runs up to you and says, hey, listen, yo, we got a problem. This kid's going to do something. And you still allow him to do something. It's like, what am I paying you for? I gave you my freedom unwillingly. You took my freedom and said, I'm going to give you protection instead. But yet our babies are getting murdered in the jails. And you got mass shootings everywhere. And they just want to blame the easiest thing to blame. You know what I mean? As opposed to blaming the people that we put in charge to protect us. You see what I'm saying? Like, if anything, the incompetence of law enforcement makes me want to keep the two-way alive for real, because it looks like they're not doing the job. At the bare minimum, the corruption definitely makes me want to keep it, because we don't know where this will go. You understand? So respectfully, man, and I appreciate you tapping in, I appreciate everybody that leaves comments. Shout out to y'all. The TikTok is growing, you know what I mean? I might actually have to start watching what I say, but big shout out to everybody tapping in. I appreciate your comment and lighten up this discussion. I know a bunch of people probably disagree, agree. Let me know what you think about this in the comments.